What's up? What's happening? Welcome to Lab After Dark. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to be here. It's been a while. Certainly have. Excuse me. What's happening? Good to see you. That'll annoy your dog. Hello. Jokes, please. She wants jokes. What's up? All right. Well, I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'll do my best. No promises. Nah. No promises at all. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Seth? Good to see you. Sure, everybody out there being nice to each other? Probably not. Sorry. So we're gonna do tomorrow. We're doing the last of. I was gonna do it today, but I was asleep, and last night was just absolutely miserable. After the show ended, a 3-hour show, and I enjoyed it. It was fantastic, I thought. But it was just, my poor dog, Otis, he's got these ear issues, man. And we were up all night. I was trying to get him to calm down. And it was a nightmare, to be honest with you. It was just so hard to get him to calm down. He was digging at his ear, and anyway, I had to give him his medicine, wait for it to start working. It took a while. Either way, it started working, but I was up till 6 a.m. I was just sitting up. It wasn't that I couldn't sleep or anything. I wanted to sleep. Oh man, did I want to sleep? I wanted to sleep, and I just could not, in good conscience, go to sleep with my dog feeling the way that he felt, and I was waiting for his medicine to kick in, and the whole thing was just a pain. But it wasn't his fault. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we had a fantastic job. Dr. Gary saying that I'm misunderstood. I'm misunderstood. Well, he's probably right. I probably am. Um, but yeah, it was just a miserable existence last night. Um, anyway, but he feels, I think he feels better today. I couldn't tell you. Well, I could tell you he's doing a lot better today. His seems like his medicine's working, and it was like just insufferable watching. I hate that stuff. It's just, yeah, it's the worst. Um, yeah, so I have a what is it? Automax or something like that. I don't know what it is. Something along those lines, and it helps him immensely. Um, and I always I'm happy when it helps, but it was just taking such a long time for anything to work. And I had to give him something to calm him down because he was running back and forth. And he was just poor guy was just miserable. So anyway, doing better today. Um, I fell asleep like around 4. It was just a long night, and I'm still extremely fatigued, but I'll be fine, and we'll be back tomorrow to finish it up. We're going to finish the shows, all 4 of them. Um, it's a must. So he's just got the worst ear issues. From the last time he had an eardrum explode a couple of years ago, and that was, I don't know, that was just something else. Yeah, it was just terrible. But yeah, no, we had a fantastic time, Dr. Gary, and yeah. So anyway, good to see you guys. Good to be here. Um, just going to talk a little bit about. Well, you know what? I really don't know, but there are a couple things that I want to talk about. First of all, one of them being, well, I'll just say this: somebody took a vague shot at me, and I know what you're saying. Dr. Gary's like, oh, don't mix it up. Yeah, well, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway, because I think it's fun, and I like to do it. I want to engage. I doubt it. Who knows? Poor Otis. Ear issues are bad. We had that with Dobby and teeth, male pattern baldness. Everything is wrong. Isn't it the worst? It's the worst. But before we get going, I just want to say to everybody, thank you for the support the last 2 weeks, especially with these shows that we've been doing. They're heavy, and I truly, let's see, I truly appreciate the love and support. All right, so let's clean ears with white vinegar. All right, I'll try that. Now, I don't know, and I'm not looking to mix it up too well, but yeah, I was sent this the other day. I sat on it for a while, and I was like, you know what? Let me just react to it because I don't know. There's specifically one person in this that I don't care for at all, specifically. The other two, I'm agnostic. Is it agnostic? I don't think it's, what is it? Agnostic? I don't know what it is. That what it's called? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the correct terminology or not. Um, Probably not agnostic. Maybe it is. I'm agnostic about it. Let's see. Mary, thank you for gifting 5 Lab After Dark memberships. That's very, very kind. neutral, yeah, agnostic. But for some reason, and I think maybe that they were doing a comedy show where they get the balls to do that is, beyond me, but okay, I'll play along with it. And it was from the Elevated Truth podcast. And if you don't know who Elevated Truth is, I don't know how old he is, but he's a perpetual teenage pothead who thinks, like, I remember when it used to be cool to smoke pot and tell people, yeah, dude, I smoke pot. It's awesome. Great. Awesome. And, you're just like a champion for pot. I mean, he takes it to the next level. Like that, maybe that's where the Elevated Truth comes from. I don't know. I don't know what his deal is, and I don't care. But when I saw his background, I was like, wow, holy Jesus and Joseph and Mary, like the detention center. But it's more so, it's that's really my problem is his buddy. But anyway, let me just play this for you really quick, and then I'll react to it.
Cochlear implant.
So that you hear is Stephen Crabtree,
the guy Coke dealer implant.
That's mine. No,
and he's making jokes about Coke, which is very. I think it's too soon, Steve. But do what you got to do, brother.
I swear that's what I heard.
Cochlear implant.
Oh, got you.
Not my Coke dealer implant. No,
I thought it was cochlear.
No, that's a cockle, and that's a whole different situation.
Yes.
Speaking of completely unrelated situations, I wonder how the lab's doing.
You think of the lab when you hear the word cock?
No. Completely separate conversation. Although, real fun fact, completely unrelated. Did you know that only 1 in 6 gumballs are blue?
Oh.
Is that legit?
Ish.
Lauren said, I Googled it and it says you think with visual signs. But
That
you would
just
still have
doesn't-
to enunciate. Like you
Do you visually, like when you, because I know there have been deaf people that have become surgeons.
Yeah.
Because they're extra, like good with
Yeah.
their hands. You know what I mean? So how did they go through medical school? Did they have to sit there and like memorize? Like, do you have to like visually memorize it in order to know it?
So Stormy
Actually,
said-
did you know that 42 out of 100 gumballs are blue?
Oh,
Damn.
lucky day.
Ratio. That's almost half. Whoa, that is almost half.
That's good numbers. 46 out of 100. You're damn near at half.
Well, I don't know where he came up
Dude,
with.
I love reading
Listen,
people.
I'll give you a round of applause just to keep it symmetrical.
All right, so great. I think she said 42 out of 100. I could be mistaken. Was it 46 or 42? I thought it was 42. 42% out of it would be 42%, not almost half. I mean, I guess technically, yeah, okay, it's almost half. 42%. I mean, that's what numbers are for. Okay, that's fine. Take that for what it is. But why'd you crowbar that one in there? I really don't understand. Like speaking of, like that was something that he had written down, and that was kind of his agenda and his good one. And then he made Clue laugh, and then he made Crabtree laugh, and which is funny. I mean, basically making those two laugh is like making a chimp and a friggin' I don't know a duck. I don't know what's a really not. Are ducks smart? Chimps are kind of smart, but like. I know people say, well, chimps are really smart, but they're really not that smart. I mean, they're like the smartest of the animals, but they're like, you couldn't call a chimp on the phone, him answer, and you go, hey, can you pick up some milk on the way home? So that's kind of what I think of Clue. Like that's kind of how she is. But I just don't know. I don't really know how, why. I mean, I don't know. I didn't find it hateful. I didn't really find it funny either, but let's listen one more time.
Cochlear implant.
So he's talking about a cochlear implant. I don't know what
The
that
guy
is.
Coke dealer implant.
And he says coke dealer implant, and then Crabtree thinking that it's funny, but it's probably true.
That's mine. No.
That's mine, his coke dealer.
I swear.
So I mean, I would lay off that joke. Like it would be like me coming out here juggling gumballs or something. I mean, which would be I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Cocular implant.
Got you.
Not my coke dealer implant. No,
I thought it was cocular.
No, that's a cockle,
you.
and that's a whole different situation.
yes.
Speaking of completely unrelated situations,
Okay, so here is the massive crowbar. For some reason, he wants in on the party. He thinks that he's gonna get in. You know, I think he thinks that it was funny. I don't know. I don't think it was, but maybe Clue found it funny.
I wonder how the lab's doing.
You think of the lab when you hear the word cock?
No, completely separate conversation. Although, real fun fact, completely unrelated. Did you know that only 1 in 6 gumballs are blue?
Did you know that 1 in 6 people who smoke in the house get emphysema? Did you know that 1 in every 40-year-old man who brags about smoking pot I don't know, an idiot?
Oh.
Is that legit?
Ish.
And then, you know, that beast laughs.
Lauren said, I Googled it and it says you think with visual signs. But
That
you would
just
still have to
doesn't-
enunciate. Like you
Do you visually, like when you, because I know there have been deaf people that have become surgeons.
Yeah.
Because they're extra, you know, like good with
Yeah.
their hands. You know what I mean? So how did they go through medical school? Did they have to sit there and like memorize? Like, do you have to like visually memorize it in order to know it?
So Stormy
Actually,
said-
did you know that 42 out of
So it was 42, and then he said 46.
100?
I don't think we're talking to people like Mensa people here, so I get it. I'm fine with it.
Gumballs are blue.
Oh,
Damn.
lucky day.
That I found kind of funny. The lucky day.
Ratio. That's almost half. Whoa, that is almost half.
That's good numbers. 46 out of 100. You're damn near at half.
Dude, I love reading
Listen,
people.
I'll give you a round of
Clue, did you know that 42 out of 100 toilets don't look like yours? Actually, no toilets out of 100 look like yours. And I can guarantee you that toilet is sitting just the way that it was when they accidentally showed it, when they were going to give Crabtree a piss test in that bathroom, which doesn't matter if he was doing drugs or not. Being in that environment, it would have tested positive for Ebola or some new form of swine flu, possibly even, I don't know, botulism. You know, you got to really be in a sanitary environment when you do those kinds of tests. So God bless you guys. I think that you should you certainly should find a better environment to do that. And can you imagine fiance administering a drug test to Crabtree? Think about that. I mean, that's like, I mean, that to me, that's like a, I don't know, a drug, somebody that's addicted to drugs, testing somebody else that's addicted to drugs. I mean, it's like, he passed. He's all sweating. Oh God, he passed. He passed his drug test. My buddy down the road, you know, he might be addicted, but he's gonna give me. I don't know if he's addicted. All I know is that if you have a toilet like that, I would assume that you have issues. I've never seen a toilet like that in my life, man. I'm telling you, never have, never will. Honestly, I don't think that you'll find another. I have to take that off. My God. Just I've never seen anything like that. But you know, and then as we continue through the night, it's just a bunch of a-holes that just like run their mouth. And you know, I've had it's not really an ongoing battle. It's just that, you know, this guy, let's see, Pencil Dick. Is that this guy right here, White Boy Lockdown Radio with the SS bolts on him, you know, and for some reason he's after Brittany J because Jay's after Brittany J, and this guy wants clout from anybody, and I mean anybody. He will talk about anybody. He calls people's work. He calls people's parole officers, which is ironic because I'm sure he has one. This guy just, I think a year and a half ago, just recently got tased by the cops after he assaulted the cops and things like that. And, you know, people say, oh, he's such a good guy. You know, he's really not, but I don't know if he's wearing, I don't know. Probably. And yeah, it was disturbing. Yeah, well, we're not gonna focus on that, but I do want to address it, but because I don't understand where this guy gets the moral fortitude to talk trash about other people. I mean, he is so unaware of who he is. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than this guy is as unaware as anybody. He's the biggest try hard. He wants to fit in so bad. And I don't know why he wants to. I guess I do know why, because nobody would like. He tried to tell his prison stories about how people would bake cakes with files in them so he could try and, you know, get out of jail before the next shower attack session that he was probably going to face. And you know, he just says bad things about people all the time. And I don't know where he thinks. And that's the other thing, is that there are people that, like, you know, he's always like Seth this, or, you know, he used to just defend Dawn to the ends of the earth, and their sweaty man love, prison man love. But I do want to show you this because I think this is absolutely hilarious, and I'll link the channel at the bottom. But I believe this is Burnt Toast, and I forget the name of the show. Let me see. Hannibal and Monty's show, and I'll put the link in there so you guys can check it out. But I just want to show you this because it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. All right, you ready? He's the biggest Dawn defender in the world. Here we go.
All right, let's watch this. And I'm going to shrink it a bit. Wait.
What's up, everybody? White Boy Lockdown Radio. I want to tell everybody about some of the strangest or the stranger gangs when I was inside DOC that I came across.
So he's in the gym, he's working out. He's got the construction earbuds and the drunk Uncle Oakleys.
The absolute top strangest gang by far, by any means.
Okay.
You know, come to find out, I get on the yard, do some talking. They call themselves nigga Nazis. Nigga Nazi is what they called themselves. I'll never forget. At that compound right there was two of them. They weren't making no noise. They didn't run nothing. it was just one of the strangest things I ever came across. And yeah, they were a gang.
Stranger than this?
Really weird. Really, that was absolutely the weirdest thing I came across.
Is it a ballet studio? I don't know. There's a punching bag behind him.
The second weirdest thing, this is going to be a close tie because there's two that are neck to neck. Juggalos.
Neck to neck. I think he said there's two that are, is it neck to neck? Is that what he said? Hold on.
There's two that are neck to neck.
Neck to neck. I don't think that's the same. I mean, maybe it is. Neck to neck.
Juggalos. Juggalos are like the ICP.
I know what juggalos are. Get to it.
I don't know if they're fans or what's going on, but they're everywhere. Every prison you got, there's a couple of juggalos.
Dude, they're neck to neck. It's neck in neck. Neck to neck. That's not right, is it?
I know about
fight,
juggalos and
most of them
juggalettes.
chill,
Come on.
smoke Tucci and
Why don't you?
hang out, but they're everywhere you go. They're not
Tank top screaming, Lotto, I don't fit you.
deep. Depending.
I mean, honestly, like the look at the tank top. It's screaming. Get me off of here. Oh my God, get me off. Get me off of this thing. This sweaty ass. Nasty. Get me out of here. I was on Cops with you once already. I'm tired of clinging to your body.
Depends where you go. Sometimes there's 4 or 5 at this camp. Sometimes there's 12. Sometimes there's only 3. But no matter where you go, you're going to see these juggalos. They don't really have any oaths or bylaws or knowledge. It's just they're juggalos. They're, they like ICP from 1998.
Yeah, we know what juggalos are.
I don't understand it.
Yes,
That's why they're
Bitch tits.
that's exactly what the fuck it is. All right, let's see if I can pause this.
This next group I'm about to
Let's see if I can pause it.
All right, let me hold on.
Yeah, not into that. It's the
Supposed
told
to
you.
remember? Hopefully it doesn't start back at the
they're
beginning.
not a gang. It's the Dungeons and Dragons dudes.
And it's funny too, because I'm not. He's always posting about Brittany J and like talking about her falling asleep and stuff, and then he tells me I'm a tragedy pimp and that I'm a scam artist, and he tells everybody else that what they do, they're scammers and this and that. And if any of you know, you should look into what his wife did about was it the funeral home where she was like collecting fees when people donated directly to the funeral home. I don't know what she ever did with it. I don't know if she may have turned it over, but who knows?
Yep, Dungeons and Dragons, that lame board game. Sorry, my subscribers, if you play it. Okay, sorry. Not into that type of stuff. But Dungeons and Dragons, they have the board or they'll make one out of paper and all this.
He's talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
And
Wait,
no
did it
matter
pick up
where
where
you
we
go,
left
what
off? 'Cause I
camp,
didn't hear the
they're
beginning.
always sitting there. That's all they do, 24/7, 365,
Think so.
all day. They sit there and they're like, the sorcerer came down with the mucus and
I don't know. I think that she just did a show with him. I'm not sure. Probably.
he spewed it on the monster. The monster's fire came and he grabbed
Probably.
all this weird stuff. No matter where you go, they're there. I mean, it's funny. I got so bored one time I tried to play Dungeons and Dragons with those guys. I just got up and left. It was the lamest things. Everyone's all in character. It's weird. They're not a gang,
Good shit.
but if you try one of the Dungeons and Dragons dudes, you're gonna have the whole squad come at you. And I'm not saying that you can't just and they fly like mosquitoes, but trust me, they're gonna jump on you, man. They go in about their Dungeons and Dragons. It is
He
some
never makes any sense.
weird stuff.
Oh,
But yeah,
He's
man, those are
rambled.
definitely some of the weirdest groups, organizations, gangs I come across. Google the nigga Nazis if you don't believe me. It's a real thing.
no, it is a real thing.
I'm good.
I've heard of it. Why are you
Next
telling
quick
us
thing,
about it?
man, I want to do
What's
a
it-
quick shout
what
out.
the
Yeah, of course. I mean, you think this guy has an imagination? Look at him. He calls me fat. What's the best way to lose weight? Oh, meth. Okay.
fuck is, and I'm going to see if I pause this right.
I don't
If
know.
just
But there's the
I
funniest part of
see-
this video is coming up.
being like, oh, this mad and set.
what?
Okay.
Fuck. All right. All right.
Anybody that knows somebody that's coming home, that's got to do parole, CRD, whatever it is, you know, shout out to my PO.
I don't even know that. That's not me.
What is? Oh, that's his phone. All right. It's coming from over here in my headphones. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
He's just like G-Man. He doesn't ever turn anything off.
Okay.
Come on, can't cancel this. Shout out my PO.
Quality content.
You know, I remember when I came home. When I came home, I went to the PO's office and, you know, I was sketchy nervous. I've never completed none of that stuff before. You know, it was an older black lady. She was Christian. She's like, honey, we gonna get through this.
I like how one of my favorite things about people that like go away to prison is like when they say, yeah, I came home like they were in war, like it was Vietnam or something. Like, yeah, you know, just, it was just, you know, napalm as far as the eye could see and blah, 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 blah.
We gonna get through this. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. She's my PO, so I don't know what it is, but damn.
No, I don't think it's a new video. I think it's from a while ago. I got no problem with Dungeons and Dragons. I've never played it.
Sure, we got through it. She'd tell me when she's coming over to my house, you know.
There was kids in school that played
She
it all
would
the time.
Telling me I'm about to piss in a cup, you know. Real good
Okay.
Christian lady. She'd like to see people in jail. She'd like to see people move forward in progress.
Okay.
But man, big shout out to my probation officer, man. And if you're going through that
Big shout out to my probation
struggle,
officer.
it's not impossible. Everybody says,
What-
"Oh, vacation, probation
What is the
violation."
point
Yeah,
of
that's
any
true. I
of this?
understand that.
I agree with Hannibal on this. I believe
You
that.
can get
I don't know.
through that. You can get over that. Without a doubt, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that. All right.
What?
That's the best part of the video.
Lockdown
What?
radio.
Wait,
Stop it, quick
no.
hours and all that. All right. Just focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that. All right.
What?
Lockdown
What?
radio.
Wait,
Stop it, quick
no.
and all that. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Through that. You can get over that. Without a doubt, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that.
Did he back into that
You
or
know what I
something?
mean? Just focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that.
No, he didn't. He was right. That's what that was his closing. This is how I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to punch on this thing like a little sissy. Look at that. Look at the punch. Oh my goodness.
Just focus, man.
Thinks he's like he looks like Butterbean.
Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that. All right.
What?
Oh, wait. I got a photo to show you too. You guys might like this. Has anybody ever seen the movie Mac and Me? Okay, so
That you can get over that.
they look like
Without a doubt, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours and all that. All right.
What?
Lockdown
What?
radio.
Wait,
Stop it, quick
no. No, you what?
Get off that probation.
But beating that
stories and
proves
look at
that
that.
he's a man.
right. That's true.
He's
Oh my
got to do
God.
that.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh my! I've never seen anything quite like that. Are those MC Hammerstein? Oh man, that's too good. Who wears sunglasses in the gym? The alien is much better looking, to be honest. I almost feel bad. Yeah, it's not white. It's certainly not. It's brown. It's a brown. It's a brown. Whatever. It's like his tidy whities aren't so tight, and they're not so tidy and not so whitey.
Without a doubt, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just
Without a doubt, dude. If you only go to prison 6 times, on the 7th, you're gonna be all right. If you only sell the D or the date R pill, and that's what he did. He was convicted of selling a pill that basically it's Rufalin is what it is.
focus, man. Pay your stuff, do your hours.
It's like, I only did that, I did that so long ago. And yet he just continues to get tased by the cops, chased by the cops, drives without a license when he's not supposed to, goes to jail for it. I don't think this guy's ever even allowed to drive ever again, but maybe. It is Florida. Control the nips, dude. I know he's gonna poke somebody's eye out.
All that. All right.
What?
Radio.
Thank you,
Wait,
Turtle Gang. I
no.
appreciate that. The poor guy's just like, what the hell was that? I can see why White Boy and Don are friends. They're best friends. Not only are they best friends, I'm sure I've shown this to you. It's one of my favorite pictures ever. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, boys. Dawn. It's time to shower. Let's go take a shower. Love you, buddy. I miss you. I love you. I brought tiara. Oh, love it. I don't know if he has kids.
Oh, you what?
Get off that probation.
But beating that proves that he's a man.
Yeah, it does actually. I don't know if he has kids. I don't care. He's just like the biggest try hard, and he's like, I want to be a part of this, and he just and the thing is too, like he posts the same things over and over and over and over again. And he talks about the same 4 things and the same 5 people and the same, like I think because there is an actual part of the internet that it's like a prison side, and he wants to be like Jumpsuit Pablo or something. But, I've watched Jumpsuit Pablo. I like some of his stuff, and he's at least he's like entertaining, but this is more like chub suit tank top. I mean, and that's the thing too. He calls everybody fat. Like he's always, except the people that he rolls with, who are the fattest people in the world, by the way. And, he should be telling them to go take a lap, fatso, but he doesn't. I've just never, he's just weird, he's like a dirty Mr. Clean. And, he's a racist. He's a legit racist. Like, I don't know if I have the photo or not, but there's a photo of him, or no, sorry. Let me see if I can find it. Let me put it up here really quick. He says he's not racist. He says all these things, and none of that could be further from the truth. I mean, you've seen the pictures of his Nazi bolts. This used to be his merch store right here. And I think, and he's like, I think Jay said he's good people. That's what Jay said. That's just what I heard her say. I heard her say it with my own ears. He's good people. Okay. Sure he is. Sure he is. They look like good people. That look like a good person. Guy that's been convicted of selling incapacitating drug that men use to take advantage of women. That's a good guy. No one cares, white boy. You are rejected. Nobody likes you except the 6 people that you were in DOC with. And out of those 6 people, they probably have, I don't know, 12 teeth. And, you know, I've seen this guy like buy like live viewers. That's when he does because nobody watches him. And he's just a really weird. I'm shocked United isn't misspelled. Me too. Me too. I had a misjudgment when he was going after Brittany and messaged him. Yeah, he's just a pile. And you know, he the other day he did that stupid parody or whatever it was that he thought he was doing, where he was filleting a microphone. And he's just a try hard loser, smelly ass. No, I'm not. There's 200 people watching here. No, making them famous. Sure, I'll make him famous. I don't care. If you want to go watch his channel, go for it. Go ahead. Have fun. I'm sure you'll love it. I'm definitely not making him famous. Not over here. I'm not. I mean, he's like the real life Rex Quan. You don't want to take a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys. Forget about it. Yeah, he is a lolcow. No, he's a lolcow. I mean, he's like Cyrax and, you know, all those creatures that think that they're something that they're not. Wait, it was, yeah, you can, I think there's a Unite. Where are we at here? Yeah, it's a fanny pack. It's a $35 fanny pack. $35 for a fanny pack that says Unite White. Hey, babe, we're getting ready to go to Disneyland. Don't forget your Unite White fanny pack that you paid $35 plus shipping and handling for, babe. Unite White. I never have, but I've seen him dress up. Like I've seen him wear bras and wigs and stuff like that. That's kind of what he likes to do. Can't either. Can you imagine? You imagine wanting to purchase something like that? I wonder how many he sold. I really do. I am curious how many he sold. Like, I want to watch that punch one more time. It's like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just
I'm gonna do it in slow motion. Here we go. Let me turn this down. We're gonna do this. Here we go, guys. Full screen here. You guys ready? Boom. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, is this oh my God, it's one of those black Nazis. Took care of them. Look at that. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me. Wham. Wham. Oh God. It's an illegal immigrant. Oh, here we go. Oh, who's this? Is this a woman? Oh, okay. Here we go. Is this my celly that I told her won't give me my ramen? Here we go. Look at this. Wow. Terrifying. I think he's Italian or something. I don't know what he is. He's a dickwad, I'll tell you that. Look at that. That's true, Kimberly. You're not supposed to throw a punch from your back leg. Matter of fact, you're supposed to have a front leg or whatever lead leg he uses, and I'm sure he has no idea, but you want to get it in between the punching bag or whoever you're punching, and then the back foot you're supposed to keep just behind that person. You're not supposed to like lean over like an old man and punch something. Look. He once had a belly just like him. I was 9 months pregnant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, yeah, we're gonna move on here, but he's just a dork. He really is. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, he's an actual dork, like a scumbag dork. Here we go. Actually, there is one more video of him I want to play. Let's see here. So there's no audio here. It's all it is somebody. It's called Grime Time, and apparently this is some guy that was in prison with him. This is a very interesting. I put it on my community tab once, but I'm going to play it. I'm not going to read it out loud, but let me take this down really quick. Yeah, he is the dumbest. All right, here we go. All right, I'll read it. This guy, Matt, effed guys in prison. All right, well, that's nothing out of the norm. But let's hear this. I was actually locked up with him and Viking Fitness. I think Viking Fitness is like in the industry of I don't know, the prison thing. I don't know. The prison sector. I was actually locked up with him in Viking Fitness. Viking is actually a cool person, but Matt, on the other hand, you don't say Matt's not a good person. Okay, cool. Had his own kind trying to kill him for messing with boys. Lovely. There's no volume to the show anyway. It doesn't matter. Viking didn't even know this. It's crazy how small the world is. Now I see him on here acting like someone he ain't. I don't know what he's doing. He literally had a little white boy with cherries tattooed on his wrist. That's nice. That he would have get on his knees and give him intercourse in the back of the stall. It's disgusting. Great. I watch him on here acting like he wasn't a bandit in prison. He bought that boy of his clothes, food, even protected him. Okay, great. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I think they're just playing a loop. I think that it's just a loop of him, like, probably, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. and gotten a few altercations over him with other gentlemen. That's nice. What a scumbag. He preyed on the young and gullible white boys. Jeez. Y'all dig a little deeper on him, and I guarantee you will be glad to find the truth. He is 100% a violent booty bandit. I witnessed it. Great. All skeletons will come to the light. All you have to do is the real research behind him, and you will find out. What even some of his friends don't know. He has friends. Great. I'm not with the drama. I have kids. But I feel it's only right the world knows the truth. Well, thank you. He is a nobody that literally got away with forcing people into things. That doesn't surprise me at all. And running this is he actually, what did he say? I can't spell. Still, he actually still sends his boy with a cherry tattoo money. Oh, that's nice. If he seen me, he will remember me. We were in the same exact dorm. Make him tell you the real reason a lot of his own wanted to kill him. What's the real reason? He lived a foul life on the inside. And now he's got to be exposed about it. Great. So, I mean, this is the guy that takes shots at everybody else he thinks that people care what he says. And I'm sure there are, I'm sure they're all convicted felons, anybody that watches him. Or co-signs what he does or anything like that. So, yeah, I don't know what his deal is other than he's just nothing but a loser. Always has been, always will be. He's Don's buddy. That's right. There's not much more to say about that. That's what he is, and that's what he always will be. What's up, Summers Army? I don't know what honestly, I don't know what he's doing. Sorry, I had to expose you guys to that, but it's just the fact that he sits there and he throws his little, stones and tells everybody they're tragedy pimps and that they're later said that they're like scammers or buys a fanny pack. Dude, a fanny pack is legit. Just kidding. It's shitty. What happened? It's like the worst. Speaking of Nazi tattoos, let me show you this. All right, so some people may find this disturbing. I mean, it's wild. This guy named Bryce. I used to really like Bryce Mitchell too. I thought he was but I don't know why he said this. I'm kind of confused about it, to be honest.
All in the gays. Hitler was a good my public to Hitler.
I just want people to realize that this is pretty offensive. I know he's yeah, and he has his like Cash App running across, and he's like he's a first of all he's a hypocrite. One of the things, all his other things that he could talk about, him going to prison and doing all these terrible things that he's done over the years, and I can look past all that. One thing that I just cannot stand is a hypocrite, and that's what a lot of people are in life. They really be hypocritical liars. I don't really like the term gaslighting, but I mean, I guess that it fits because people are like, everybody uses it. But I just don't like people that are hypocritical. I don't like people that have zero self-awareness, accuse other people of doing the things that they do. And this YouTube is full of it, but just life in general, people are just absolutely crazy. But listen to this.
Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public. Hitler was a good guy. Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with.
What?
He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. The books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books. Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children. When he got on meth and he turned on Russia, I believe that's when he kind of went full nutty. And I don't think that he was just like the best dude ever. And when I say I go fishing with him, I'm not saying he was the most trustworthy dude or I'd
I wouldn't let him babysit my children. But Jovi, yeah. Well, my assessment is we don't need a 23andMe to find out he's 100% douche canoe. Love you, bro. Wear my sunnies to the gym tomorrow. Please don't. But thank you, Lulu. It's good to see you. And I hope you get some sleep.
love him or whatever. But at some point in Hitler's life, I honestly think Hitler was a good guy based upon my research, not my public education. I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based on Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with.
Sure.
For his country, he wanted to purify it by kicking the.
Anyway, I mean, can you imagine thinking that that's a take that's worth having? I'm talking about Hitler. I don't think that Hitler was I don't think he was that bad of a guy. I mean, he did some things that, but before that, I'd have gone fishing with him. I've never heard that's a new one on me. Saying that you would go fishing with, saying that you would go fishing with, Hitler is a new one. I never even thought that Hitler did he like to fish? Well, he was all right until he got on meth. He was an all right guy, but he got mixed up on that meth. That's what Bryce that's what this guy's take was. Never heard such a thing. I'd go fishing with him. Yeah, I'm sure Hitler would want to go fishing with you. Never heard of such a thing. Never. So now, who knows what's going to happen to him now? I mean, imagine saying something like that, where a guy that exterminated 6 million Jews, responsible for the deaths of close to 50 million people, if not over that, worldwide, terrorized other countries, and I mean, I've never heard some. I've heard some really like he said it like it's a point of fact too. He's a UFC fighter. Maybe he's been hit in the head too many times, but I just don't see where he thinks that that's going to come off good. I just don't understand why. Let me see if I can find an article here. All right, so this is, I guess this is his new podcast. So he has a great. He's got a podcast. This is his new podcast. So Arkansas UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell starts new podcast by praising Hitler. UFC fighter and Arkansas native Bryce Mitchell kicked off his podcast first episode. Kicked off UFC fighter with comments on Elon Musk, Adolf Hitler, and also on the Holocaust. Arkansanity, a podcast hosted by Mitchell and partner Raleigh Delgado, prompted stark response as well as outrage stemming from his take on current and past historical events. I don't care about the Elon Musk crap. Let's see here. Mitchell continues saying that he said that Hitler fought for his country. It's true. He did in World War I. He got shot in the nuts, Stacey Wander style. That's a fact. He wanted to purify by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country. It's just mental. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how that happens. It's just weird. Yeah, he was talking about when and I believe so what Hitler did with the Jews besides, and this was pre Holocaust, but what he did was he barred them from like being business owners, and he would put out like the education, like he was in charge of like the education like curriculum, and what he would do is he would put out negative stuff about Jewish people that would indoctrinate children at the time and talk about they all the way back to like the Black Plague. They said that the Jews were responsible for it. None of that's true, but that's what they would say. They would say things like that. And then Martin Luther, who Adolf Hitler was a huge fan of, but Martin Luther would talk bad about Jewish people and so on and so on and so on. Right? Hitler had no real reason to hate the Jews other than he blamed them for coming between countries, and he basically said that they were divisive and blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. Once again, none of it's true. And what ended up happening was he banned Jewish people from being business owners. Like they couldn't own businesses, but so they had to find other ways to make money. So what they would do is they would invest. They would invest in companies, German companies, or wherever they lived, where they were barred from owning companies, and which sort of turned into like a financial transaction. Sort of, they say, I'll loan you, I don't know, whatever it is, 20,000, and in return, I want 25,000 by the end of this time, and which kind of turned into a whole bank. It was a bank system, and it's just really, so then you're saying greedy, when they talk about, Jewish people and greed. I mean, it's just so ridiculous for somebody to say something like that, I don't see my comments. He was also part Jewish. I've heard that before. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the crazier takes I've ever heard by anybody. I just didn't know that was like, even if you thought that, do you really think that you're going to be able to convince people, like the majority of people, in America is really one of the only places that you can even really discuss the Holocaust. It's one of the only places you're allowed to really even talk about it. And it's obviously a touchy subject for obvious reasons. But why wouldn't you just keep that to yourself? If you're just a lunatic, just, Yeah. Let me, I do too. I mean, I like show you what Dana White had to say about it. I'm not getting any sound out of it, but I don't really know why. Stupid. It's the MMA junkie. Here it is. It says, how do Dana White and the UFC feel about Bryce Mitchell going on a pro Adolf Hitler diatribe on his podcast? We're beyond disgusted, White said Thursday at Power Slap 11 post-match news conference. Earlier in the day, Mitchell released Mitchell released the first episode of his Ark Insanity podcast where I heard all about that. Dana said, I've heard a lot of dumb, ignorant shit in my day, but this was probably the worst, White said. When you talk about Hitler, who's responsible for the death of 6 million Jews, and he tried to completely eliminate a race of people. World War II was was the deadliest war in history. 15 million military deaths, 45 million civilians, 25 million soldiers. And Hitler is one of the most disgusting, evil human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. And anyone who ever tries to take an opposing position is a moron. That's the problem with the internet and social media. You provide a platform for a lot of dumb, ignorant people. While he didn't specify who, White said the UFC reached out to me. Of course, yeah, it's beyond crazy. What happened? Oh, okay, I'm up here now. Pew. I just can't with this dude. Meth wasn't even a thing, in my opinion. I mean, they say that he was on amphetamine of some kind, but I don't think meth is what turned him into a bad person. I think that he was a bad person for a very, very, very long time leading up to taking power in Germany. But stupid people don't know they're stupid. That's a fact. I mean, it's true. I think she's with her sister, doing something. I'll let her know that you guys miss her. Germany still owes Greece money from that time when Germany was supposed to be paying off reparations until I think it was somewhere around like 2014. That's true. That's true. But see, the thing is, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand really what he's saying. And I've heard this guy talk before. He's not exactly the brightest. Saw swastika graffiti all over the place in South America put up by the Chilean youth. Yeah, South America, Argentina and Chile and places like that were a safe haven for Jewish people. Sorry, not Jewish people. Nazis, not Jewish people, when they fled Germany. All right, let me see here. But yeah, anyway. No, definitely not the brightest. He was already an evil person, but yes, meth was around back then. It wasn't called meth. It was something else. Yeah. What was it? What'd you say it was? Pervitin? Yeah. What's up, Dr. Eve? It's good to see you. Anyway, all right. Well, I just want to come on and talk a little bit. I missed the show tonight, but we're doing the show tomorrow. And so I guess we'll get back into it then. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Or, well, night. I hope everybody sleeps well. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Go check on Odie. Make sure he's doing good. I hope tonight we sleep a lot better. I am toast. Absolute toast. I will let Linda know that you guys miss her. But like I said, she's doing stuff with her sister and stuff tonight. So y'all have a good night. You got it. And if you haven't, make sure to go over and check out Dr. Gary and I's show from last night. It's 3 hours of just goodness. Well, yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I don't know. I enjoyed it. At first. Well, it took me a while. I had to warm up.
Get out of here.
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
This is me, evil exists. Jay, are you listening? This is me, evil exists. This is me, evil exists. This is my voice changer. Yeah, buddy. Thank you guys for being here.
I'll take that off.